Hi guys, welcome to Challenge 6 of Season 6 from Next Top Nail Artists. This week is sponsored by NSI and is entitled Feeling Festive. NSI have kindly provided us with their Winter Festival collection of acrylic powders and their Festival glitter range. We've been asked to create a carnival across 10 nails. So as you can probably tell from my voice, I'm not feeling 100% this week. And I've had one of those weeks where just about everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. So I ended up starting this challenge and then restarting about 6 times. And in the end, I was running out of time really. And I think half my problem is that I was overthinking it. So I decided just to sort of scale it back and maybe I try and do something different each week. Maybe try and scale it back and create something that was a bit more wearable than my usual sets. And as it was 10 nails, I was using myself as a model. It meant creating 5 of those nails with my left hand, which was a bit scary. But I like a challenge. One of the judges' comments last week was to talk a bit more about the technical side of my work, so that's what I'm going to try and do this week. So I'm going to start by applying a nail form to my natural nail. It's already prepped and dehydrated, so I'm going to add primer and then I'm going to apply a small bead of purely pink mask to my nail plate. And next I'm going to build up the structure of my nail using crystal clear acrylic, and then using my crystal katana I'm going to apply some star sequins. And then once those are in place I'm going to encapsulate with more clear acrylic. For my middle nail, I'm going to build up the base and structure using peach blush acrylic, and then just as it's starting to set, you can tell this because it starts to lose its shine, I'm going to use the end of a matchstick and push that into the acrylic to create a sort of wafer ice cream cone effect. So once that's set, I'm going to apply a very wet bead of competition white acrylic and then tilt my nail forward so that it starts to drip down the ice cream cone so it looks more realistic. I'm then going to build that up a little bit more with some purely pink mask and add some more winning white before applying my little cherry on the top, which is made from sweet candy apple. For my ring finger, I applied a small bead of purely pink mask just to sort of blend the seam, and then I began to build up a sort of candy caned stripy effect using several different colours of acrylic in a colour blocking technique. The colours I used were Sweet Candy Apple, Snowball Toss and Ice Princess. Once I tidied it up using an e-file, it revealed really nice sharp crisp lines. For my next thumb, I wanted to create a marbling technique, so I picked up quite a wet bead of purely pink mask and then dipped it in Sweet Candy Apple or Ice Princess, or just sort of did a bit of a mixture so that when you apply it to the nail and it's still wet, you can blend the colours together to create like a sort of, like a marble effect. For my index finger, I applied a layer of clear acrylic and then pushed in some fishnet fabric which matched my colour scheme, and I like how the pattern almost matched the waffle effect of my ice cream cone. So once that was pushed in and started to set, I encapsulated it with a wetter bead of clear acrylic. Using scissors with my left hand was near enough impossible, so I decided to file it, which actually worked surprisingly well. So for my middle finger, I wanted to try an inlay technique, so I applied purely pink mask to the whole nail, and then just as it was starting to set, I used a dotting tool to push holes into it, which I could then fill with various different colour acrylic powders, so that once it was filed back, you'd see these little spots. Filing the design away makes the nail quite thin, so I thought I'd use this opportunity to use some of the glitter that we were sent to add some more dots and then encapsulate in clear acrylic. So once I finished the base of my nails, it was time to create the 3D element. So I used a large bead of peach blush, which I put onto some backing paper from the nail forms. And then as it was starting to set, I could sculpt it with my 3D brush into the shape of a donut. Using Snow Princess, which is slightly translucent, I sculpted a lolly using a cocktail stick as the stick, and then I sculpted a 3D bow. My two favourite things about a carnival is the food and the prizes from winning the games. So I decided to include popcorn, a teddy bear, and of course everyone's favourite, the clown. So that is my finished wearable carnival, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.